Well, I just don't understand, like, what's going on. I say this time and time again, and you can ask Alex. If I'm working my ass off, and I'm one of the leaders in the company, if I'm working my ass off, and I'm already financially free, why the hell are you guys not working as hard as me, or fuck harder? Guys, quick team huddle. I don't mean to drop the Thor hammer on everybody, okay? This is a good hammer, by the way. Yeah, take a seat, take a seat. All right, so let's start with a couple things. This is a little bit of house cleaning, right? Okay, so where do I eat my food? Where have you guys seen when I eat? In my office. What do I always get? Uber Eats, right? I got something coming around. I haven't had a meal today, and I've been eating around this time. That's just the way it happens, okay? So what I'm saying is, look, we're not trying to run a boot camp here, but what I will say is this: if I'm eating on my desk, and I'm already in a position or level where some people are trying to get to, well, I mean, am I not setting the example of like how this is all supposed to go down? Right? And you can ask Ryan. We went to the bank. We went and did like 3 things right there and then, right? And what did I tell you about every move, every single day? I told Ryan, I said, every single move I make now at this level, it's with the purpose. Every single move I make now is with the purpose. I don't do anything just to do anything anymore. Like it's like a cause and effect type of thing, right? So what I'm saying as far as house cleaning goes, for those of us in here who think it's okay to take, an hour, like guys, this isn't a 9 to 5. This is not, you don't even know it. Like you're out in the cold right now. You're an entrepreneur, you're a full-blown entrepreneur. You're out in the cold right now and you don't even know it. Like it may feel like a 9 to 5. It may feel like there's, a security blanket, but you're literally out in the cold right now. There's a guy that came in here and survived 3 days and he was gone. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Well, I just don't understand, like, what's going on? I say this time and time again, and you can ask Alex. If I'm working my ass off, and I'm one of the leaders in the company, if I'm working my ass off, and I'm already financially free, why the hell are you guys not working as hard as me, or fuck harder? You guys should be working harder than me. But do you see why that level is only meant for the select few? Because people aren't willing to put in that work. People aren't willing to make those sacrifices. People want instant gratification. You know what I mean? That's part of the problem. So if you guys don't mind me asking, who in here thinks that you could improve on your house cleaning as far as like less breaks, less side chatter, less, like as far as lunches goes, like, a little bit of less time? Okay, so I'll start with you, Dan. Why do you say that? What's going on your side? Why do you think you can improve that?
Because I left today to grab a coffee, and I could have went upstairs and grabbed a coffee. It would have saved me like 25 minutes.
Brother, I don't mind. Like I told Alex, I said, if someone leaves for 15 minutes and comes back, that's fine. How many times a day are you doing that? Right? I don't even know, because I don't know what you're doing specifically. But in general, I don't mind if you go grab food and eat it there if you want to, because you're just like, yo, I need to get away from the office for a little bit. Or you bring it back and eat in here, or you bring it back and eat on your desk. Like, guys, somebody who really, really wants it, you can tell. Does Alex really want it? Is he something? If he really, okay, so you guys are seeing Alex, this guy's 21 years old, and he fucking wants it. And you guys see the way he operates. Shouldn't you guys be trying to almost, emulate what he's doing? We have examples in here. We really have like living examples. Does my man Ryan over there really want it? Yep. Ryan Brunson?
I think I could want it more though. Like I'm not thinking compared to Alex, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I'm glad I have him here, because I feel like I always need someone to catch up to.
Like I love people having a good time and everything, and I love people creating good bonds and relationships. But at the end of the goal, at the end of the day, it's all about fucking winning. Like if you're not winning, you're not gonna be here. You know, because if you're not winning, then guess who's not winning? We're not winning. We're not winning. Everybody has to carry their own weight here. Everybody has to bring meat to the table so we can all eat. That's how this company survives. It depends. Like, you have to understand, Sal and I, we didn't say, hey, Dan, come on board. We're just going to pay you $40,000 a year, and that's it. No, we said, hey, come on board, and we're going to share part of our company with you by percentages of every single deal. We're sharing part of our company with everybody here. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like, yo, let me just hire you. This is going to be a 9 to 5. You're going to punch in, you're going to punch out, and you're going to make this every single year, and that's it. Because that's what a 9 to 5 is. Am I correct? I worked a 9 to 5 for 14 years. I worked with Brittany at my old 9 to 5. I worked with Dora. I worked with Teresita back there. It was literally punch in, punch out. I know what I'm going to make every 2 weeks. And that's it. That's the bottom line. Everybody in here, you don't know what you're going to make. You're going to make, whatever you produce. So, again, if you really want it, you're going to make those sacrifices. You're going to make those sacrifices. Raise your hand if you really want to make those sacrifices. Raise your hand if you know what those sacrifices are. You know, my daughter just turned 7. I missed 4 years. Like, I kind of missed 4 years of her 7 years. You guys that don't have kids, there's no excuses. If you have to talk to your significant other that you have kids with, hey, baby, I'm making this sacrifices for our family right now. It's going to pay off, because you know what? When our kids are 16 years old, or, you know, they ask for a car and we can actually afford it. When they ask to go to Disneyland and we can actually afford it. When they want new clothes and we can actually afford it. When we don't have to tell them, no, you can't have that toy. We don't have the money. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is real shit. This is real life. So either you start making those sacrifices now, or it's going to bite you in the ass later.
Or you won't have the chance to make that sacrifice.
Or you may not have the opportunity. You may not have the opportunity. And look, like Dan, right? Rich, the guy didn't last.
Right.
You know, I don't know Rich. I know, bro, I know you got hustle. I actually went through your IG yesterday, some of your old stories. In my opinion, you were with the wrong team and you were with the wrong people. In my opinion. And you know what? And you were riding for those people. Like, you were full blown riding for people who weren't riding for you. You know what I mean? So you're in a position right now to, like, now if you ride with us, you're gonna see like an impact on your life. And
I went to grab coffee and we were talking. I told them today, I was like, the amount of like structure that I've been able to like understand in a matter of 4 fucking days. Sorry for cussing, but 4 days has been like completely like more than I've obtained as far as obviously I had to go my own way to get knowledge with my other company, but the knowledge I've gotten in 4 days has been like incredible just off of like everything that I've learned so far. Like,
let me tell you this, because I had Ryan. Whenever I take, let me say this, man, and not to freaking brag in any way, but if I take you to go get coffee, we ain't gonna talk about bullshit. Like, if I take you to the bank or get coffee, Alex, have you ever just left? Me and you just left?
Yeah.
And what do we talk about?
Mindset, anything, bro. Financial.
Ryan, if you can come up here, please. Because I spent like an hour with Ryan. Ryan, what did we talk about today when we went to the bank and get coffee and all that? What did we talk about?
Just programming, setting yourself up. Everything you do now is going to set you up for later.
And what did it say about your position right now and like the process you're in?
It goes back to the sacrifice. I mean, you have to pay your dues. Is that what you're saying?
What about someone who has the ability to close somebody? What did I say? Who are the wealthiest people?
The wealthiest people are the people who can close other people.
Like our whole entire hour is just, that's it. Like when I get my daughter rides to school in the morning, that's all I talk. I pour into her. You know what I mean? And like if I ever like, yo, you want to go get some coffee? We're not gonna talk about girls. We're not gonna talk about clubs. We're not gonna talk about bullshit. We're not even gonna talk about sports or TV shows. Like, we're gonna talk about this, because this is my fucking life, and this should be your life. You should eat, breathe, fucking sleep and shit. Entrepreneurship, full-blown entrepreneurship. Do you guys agree?
I agree.
Yes, sir.
And I say that, like, I really say that from the bottom of my heart, because I know what it takes to get here. You know what I mean? I know what it takes to get here. So I'm not sitting here fucking blowing smoke up your ass. Like, I'm telling you, this is what it's gonna take, and you're either willing to do it or you're not. And if you're not willing to do it, that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. because not everybody can do it. And we know that not everybody can do it. That's okay. It doesn't make you a loser. Doesn't make you a loser, you know? It's not for everybody. Like this, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's not. Entrepreneurship wasn't for anybody in my family for freaking generations to generations to generations. If I would have just chose to stay in the 9-to-5 job and, you know, even make a good 90 to 120K for the rest of my life, you know, at some corporate job, you know, it would have been fine. Like I would have been okay. But, you know, I wouldn't have, nothing would have changed, right? Nothing would have changed. You know, my daughters, somebody at some point has to make that sacrifice. And I know that you guys are trying to make that sacrifice, but are you really making the sacrifice? Because you're here, so you're already making the sacrifice. Isn't that crazy? Like, you already chose to take a risk. You left the 9-to-5 job. You chose to take a risk. You left another company. You chose to take a risk. He left the 9-to-5 job. You left the 9-to-5 job. I left the 9-to-5 job. We chose. This man dropped out of college. NAU. Pays a freaking apartment he doesn't live in Flagstaff. You think he's really about fucking business? Like he's really about his business. So what is it gonna take for you guys to be about your business? Because that's the only way that we are going to dominate like every single thing that we do. As a company, that's the only way. If you have fucking players, people that are all like-minded and people that are willing to actually put up and sacrifice the same things that the leaders of the company and your freaking team members, like somebody like an Alex and somebody like a Ryan, somebody like a Marina, you know what I mean? Those are the kind of people that you have in here, but you have to step up. You have to step up. This isn't a playground. This isn't, if you guys want to go get a beer afterward, go get a fucking beer afterwards. That's fine. You know what I mean? Go talk about sports and movies and whatever it is that like, you know, whatever like helps you out as far as stress goes. But when you're here, like eat and breathe this shit. This is why you're here. This is why you wanted in here. Isn't that why you wanted to be here?
100%.
You? Ryan?
Yeah.
This is why you guys wanted to be here. And now we're like, yo, this is what it takes. If you're here, this is what we talk about. And then it's like, you know what? Let me take a long lunch. Let me talk about some bullshit that's not going to benefit me in any single way. So it comes down to you guys. So who's going to make the change?
Let's get it.
Yeah, we should be seeing a lot more hands up in here.
Yeah, go back. I haven't.
And guys, let me say this. Again, nobody's going to hate you. Like if you don't have what it takes to survive in here, that's totally fine. Like we'll still be friends with you. We'll still wish you the best, but it's just not, you know, you're just not going to be here. That's okay. Like if you don't have what it takes to be here, that's okay. It's okay.
You're also doing a disservice to yourself. Let's be
And your
honest.
family.
And your family. Like, if you, a majority of us, I know myself, before I even made the commitment, you know, I had to have a serious discussion with my wife, right? Because
And she was scared to death.
she was scared to death. You know, I was breadwinner. We had a kid, 2 new cars, a house, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna quit my job. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? That's a serious discussion that you have to have. And for me to have, you know, to gain her trust and say, you know what, and her support, she's like, you know what, I support you. Go ahead and make that decision. Well, there's no other option but to succeed. Failure is not an option.
He had to tell Sierra, his wife, you know what, babe? Carlos and Sal are not gonna allow me to fail. Isn't that what you told her?
Exactly.
What did you tell her?
I told her, I was like, these guys, I know, and I think I've told some of you guys this, like, last month when, you know, things were a little rocky, I said, you guys got to understand, like, this company is the reason that they have everything else that they have. So, remember, this is their baby. This is where
This
it
is
all
our number
started.
one priority.
And this is the last thing that's going to fall apart. They'll let
Yeah,
every
I'll let
other
every
company
other business fall apart
but
before this one.
except for this one.
Yeah,
And if shit starts to hit the fan, they're going to fucking be back in the trenches right next to
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
If Carlos needs to get on the fucking phones, he'll get on the phones. Ryan had a seller, and I was like, you know what? Let's get Carlos on the phone with him. Carlos, sure, I'll be happy to get on the phone.
I said, let's go to an appointment, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get lunch with them.
Like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And that's the difference. Like, are you willing to do whatever it takes? There's no reason. Like, I come from a worse fucking upbringing and a worse background and, you know, worse programming and parenting. And like, There's no excuses why anybody in here can't be massively successful. There's absolutely no reason. There's no excuse because then, like, you know, then what the fuck am I? You know, like, what am I?
He's not an anomaly.
Yeah, like, I'm here. You know, we got a bunch of sharks in here. We got a bunch of killers in here. That's why, like, I'm really happy. Like, Marina gets a deal. I'm celebrating, like, huge, more than I would for my own deal. You know what I mean? Because that my own deals to me is like, it's already repetitive, right? Someone else gets a deal, somebody else is winning. I'm happier about that. He gets 4 deals in the last 2 days. I'm extremely happy about that because I want my people, especially my great people, right? Like if you're writing for this company, I want you to be taken care of. Are you taken care of anytime you need to be taken care of, Alex?
Yeah.
Like we take care of our own because we're family, but family, you gotta be committed. You gotta be committed, and most importantly, right here. These long lunches and these breaks and the side chatter, is that part of work ethic? Is that part of that core value? Absolutely not. Side chatter is not going to get you anything. And don't fall for the trap. If that's not you and somebody else is doing some, chatty Cathy shit, like don't fall for it. Man, I don't like you should who was I think yesterday? Oh, today. Brittany, when the guy was the realtor.
Yeah, we told him to keep moving.
What did I tell him?
We told him to keep on. Can we keep this going? Can we keep this going?
Bro, my fucking time is way too valuable. Way too valuable. Oh, yeah. Hey, can we go? Let's go. Let's move. You're going to realize something about successful people. They're always in a fucking hurry. They pace like this. They're not fucking walking like this.
See Sal walking here?
You don't even, you feel his breeze. And that's how you should take care of your time. Can you imagine if you valued your time like that? You would not be taking the lunches, the long lunches and the extra, and you would not be side chattering. Have you ever really seen me side chatter? Like, be honest. Like, have you ever seen me just come in here and like, just side chatter? I wish I could, but I can't.
We're family, and even when we're like outside of the office, there's not much side chatter. Anytime we talk, it's about work. To the point where our significant others are like, stop already. But we can't because we're addicted. And that's how you guys should be.
What else are we gonna talk about?
Yeah. Until football season starts, then
That's
Sundays,
that's the
we'll talk
only
about
thing.
football.
Yeah.
But other than that, like there's nothing that I want to talk about except like how the fuck are we gonna take over the next market? How are we gonna fucking blow this team up to where we can't fit in this office?
Guys, there's a reason why we just went to look at an 8,000 square foot freaking office. The freaking sales floor is bigger than this entire office. The sales floor is like twice as big as this entire office. This is the building, like straight grind build stage. You want to be fucking massively successful by the time you're 30. For some other you by the time you're 25. Like this is it right here. You don't get this time back. This is time you don't get back. And you may not get this opportunity back where you're in a fucking room surrounded by like-minded individuals. Have you ever worked a fucking corporate job where people fucking hate their job? When we went to look at this office next door, they were having a conference. Every fucking person was like this. Do you guys see that?
And you walk in, you go, hi.
Yeah. They're fucking like this. Like, I don't want to fucking be here. This is boring. God, thank God I'm on the fucking clock.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that to be you. That's not life, man. That's not living. Now, you want to be excited about this shit like you're doing. And that's what I was telling somebody yesterday. I was telling Tino yesterday. I'm like, look, man, like, I get addicted to this shit because I love this shit. Like, I love this shit every single day. Like, this is not a job for me. Like, this is life. And I love it. And that's the way that you guys should think also. Don't take food away from somebody else's plate. Marina, you got kids. You got a husband. Like, Marina doesn't need that shit. You know what I mean? Alex is over there fucking trying to break records and just kill, like literally fucking make a lot of money as a 21-year-old. Why? Because he has a family to grind for right now. His family needs him right now, you know? That's just the cards that he was dealt. So that's why he's like, get the fuck away from me unless it's about this. That's why. And that's what's gonna separate the winners from the losers here, man. Anybody got questions? All right, bring it in.
No half-ass.
What do you guys want to chant?
All in.
In.
That's what you guys really have to be,
You got to be all in.
right?
Who
This
wants to
isn't a
count it?
fucking hobby.
Ryan,
It's
you
a
want to count it
lifestyle.
down, Ryan?
All in on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All in. They're looking to delegate everything
Yeah.
without putting in the work.
Have you done every position in your
Every
company?
single position. Name it. I've done it. Name it.
Marketing,
Absolutely.
edit signs,
Absolutely.
mailers,
Yes.
answer PPC calls,
Absolutely.
everything,
Everything.
everything,
Everything.
everything.